No, Yvonne.
Oh, well, Peter and I did a little bit of email this week too. There's Judy. She was gonna watch for entertainment. She clearly needs it.
I do just because.
Can you hear us? Perfect. Everybody wave to Judy. This is her favorite show of all time. Can't hear. Okay. We're not talking. That's why. Hey! Welcome, everyone.
Full house.
2:10.
Yes. All right, everybody, it is 6 o'clock. I would like to call to order the regular meeting of the Woodstock Planning Board for June 18th, 2026. We have a good forum. We have any updates to the agenda.
Just really briefly, we have our new members first meeting. This is Melissa Pratt. Please welcome her. We're excited to have her on board. Oh, and one more. Arlene Weissman on web actually got us a map of New York City owned lands and easements, which is really helpful for Karen and I for a while. So that was pretty cool. Thank you again, web, and then that's great. Okay, your turn.
All right, minutes from May 7th. If everybody is okay, we'll approve them as is. All in favor? All right. New business. Under scheduled business, we have Robert Gordon with a sketch plan review of a minor subdivision application to subdivide a lot of 9.6
Hang on,
acres.
he's not here.
Not here at all, no.
No. So move on to the next one.
All right, well, on to the next one. Okay, this is joint dwelling in Lewis 17, which is a second sketch plan review of a wetland watercourse permit application to construct a trail staircase into the Sawkill Stream in the R5 zoning district. Small road. And Joseph Knight is in front of us, and why don't you tell the board what, I know we've reviewed this once before, but
Yeah.
bring us up to speed.
My client is asked to have access to stream the Wallkill Sawkill. Been around a lot of kills recently. So they want access down to the stream. So we proposed with, originally they wanted like a couple steps to go down, and we thought that the stream bank was too steep, so we're proposing to do something that's elevated off the stream bank. So it creates less disturbance with only 2 real footings, and then the rest of the stringers, what the stairs will be is floating. And then they're gonna have like a little trail that's just gonna be hand fetched, no machinery. And when I was here last, I didn't have the DEC permits yet, but now I do. I have a DEC permit for the stream disturbance, and then I also have received a letter, a note from the Army Corps of Engineers saying that they don't need any permitting for this job.
Good job.
Good job. And so that's where I'm at with things right now. We're just waiting on permitting from the town before we continue with our final drawings.
Well, we reviewed this a little before, and all we were waiting for was the DEC permit. Any board members have any questions? So you got the permits and you just have to get a building permit right now.
So we can have a resolution for the next meeting on July 2nd. You don't need to attend, we'll do that. And then after they approve that resolution for the wetlands and watercourse permit, I will work together just to finalize the final plans, which we have everything together, and then we'll be back with building permits so you can do it with yours.
Wonderful. Yeah, I'm sure Jim will be happy to hear that.
That's it.
That's it?
One of a kind, we've never done one of those.
No.
before. All right,
Thank you very much.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Awesome.
all right, here's Bob.
Hello.
Come on up, Bob.
Okay, thank you.
This is Robert Gordon, Junior Planning Board Case 26-0417B. It's a sketch plan review of a minor subdivision to divide a lot of 9.6 acres into two lots of 7.1 and 2.4 in the R1.5 zoning district, located 11 Marlins Way. And so Bob, I've seen the map.
Okay.
I think we have one here. So
Okay.
I'm gonna pass this down because I've already seen it.
I'm Jess. What you're planning to do,
Okay,
just like when you came in my office.
okay. I'll wait till this lady maps open as you need. The property is located off Rock City Road. If you drive up Rock City Road, the street entrance would be 80 Rock City Road. So we're between Glasgow Turnpike, Lower Bird Cliff. We're right in that section there on the right-hand side. Okay, my property now borders Rock City Road. There's 2.27 acres there. And then directly in back of that, which would be due east, there's a plot of 9.8 acres. On that 9.8 acres, there is a utility building and a one-story, one-bedroom Cape home. So my endeavor is to take that 9.8 acres and cleave off a piece that leaves the utility building and the house on a parcel that would be close to 3 acres. So I don't know exactly how many.
2.495.
2.495, boy. Can you
She
take
brought
that
her
out
numbers.
just one more decimal place? But, and the rest of that 9.8 would be sold as a single building lot. Now, that being said, that is my endeavor. So in order to create that building lot on that, which is basically just a cleared fallow meadow, I have engaged Bernier and Larios as a planner to do the survey and actually measure out and do the survey and create the deed for the two lots. They also have done, Monday, we had the Ulster County Board of Health there and we dug 2 test sites. One, to demonstrate that on the existing piece of property where the house and utility building is, that should that existing septic system fail, there is enough remaining land to replicate it or duplicate it or repair it. And the other thing was to demonstrate that on the building lot, the 6-point-some acres, there would be suitable place for a septic system. And to that end, they did 2, Board of Health did 2 test sites on that piece of property, and both passed the flying cars. There's no problem with creating a septic system there. There's no problem with having a piece of property, a septic system on the existing piece that would support an additional
When you
septic system.
get that documentation, just get that to me.
As soon as it comes in.
Yes, it takes a little bit.
It takes a little bit, yeah, but they did the perk test and everything underneath the guidance and auspices of the Ulster County Board of Health. So that's my plan. Now, that sounds very clinical and cut and dry, but it's my endeavor when I do this to create something that is going to be, I put this within the spirit of Woodstock. I don't want to take that 10 acres and see it cut up as it could be in 1.5 building lots into a development. It is a very, very unique piece of property, in my opinion, and it's shared by others, that it is an open space and it's been there for a while and it's kind of unique. And so to take that and put it into the allowable density of housing would maybe not be the best use of it. But it would make a lovely building site for a single home, for someone to have a home site. Septic system that's being designed would be to support a one-family, four-bedroom home, which is what they designed to be or deemed to be large enough. Since I'm going to reside on the front part of the property and the access to this property is going to be up my 20-foot right of way, I don't want to see a lot of traffic. That's being very myopic. That's for my own protection. I don't want to see cars going on. I can live with some obviously traffic on the thoroughfare. So, do any of you have any questions? Otherwise, I'll just sit here and ramble on ad nauseam.
Well, Bob, I guess, first question, you have town water, right?
You're on the property, there is available at the top of the hill, on the edge of that property, there is town water, which would be accessible for this house, and there's also a very good supply of electricity. I don't know how to put it in any other words, but it supports three-phase power, and there's two poles that lead up to the top of the property, so there would be plenty of power, and in the deed, when it's drawn up, whoever buys that piece of property will have an easement across whatever bit of land is mined to put in their water and their electric to bury it, which would probably be the most economical and feasible way to deliver it to a home.
Are you working that into the road maintenance agreement?
Yes, that'll all be in, there is, on that piece of property, there's two other dwellings, the one that's utility building in the house, and then another separate piece of property that shares that road maintenance agreement, and that'll be amended. I've already talked to the lawyer to have that done. Will be amended to grant that right away for the utilities across whatever's my land, and also for them to use and share in the maintenance of the existing thoroughfare. Now, on the back corner of that property that plans to be sold, there's an existing right of way that will be transferred to the new owner, which goes up to Glasgow Turnpike.
Is that here on the farm?
Yeah, that's
The right of way, right?
Yes, that's a 17-foot right of way to that piece of property that'll be included and transferred with it. So whomever buys it would have an alternate means of access and egress if they have it. Now, that right of way is not a road, it's a right of way. But it's there, and I don't want to hold on to it any longer. So,
The right of way comes right to what then? None of that to be.
So you think,
It comes right to what? Right away, right?
you have to stay out of that, that's for sure.
I don't know how you do that.
Oh, I mean, the right of way does, yeah, well, it's not a drivable right of way, right?
That's not the access you're proposing. You're
No.
proposing to use your access.
Oh, you're
So
gonna go
he's
back to it,
using
right,
his
okay,
existing,
You
so
see
he's
on-
not even touching that, that's just there and that's, he wants to sell it with property and it's documented. That's be
Yeah.
somebody else's problem.
I'm just confused about one thing. It says lot one and lot one. So what is lot one? Is it this whole thing?
no, that one where your finger is up, no, put your finger there, that belongs to a gentleman named Michael Turner.
Okay,
That's his property.
so this is your property. This is the one you want to make the second part property.
Yes.
So it's just this area.
That's correct.
Okay, okay. That's a lot one was trying to make.
And access is the existing, what he
This
has,
here.
Yes.
yes, it's,
You see that where you
that's
go?
why the road maintenance is
Yeah,
getting
that-
amended.
I'm selling that as that little isthmus that comes up is a
So they have
20-foot right of way, it's 20 foot of land, but it would support a road that connects to the right of way.
Okay.
So that would be the means of access and egress.
And is that, the document, to the board yet?
What's that?
Just the legal document for the easement of the right of way?
Well, it was filed initially when, the one house and the other house and building was, it exists today, it'll have to be amended.
Yeah.
Yes, but there is
So-
a road maintenance agreements that exist today.
All deeds and all easements are available on Ulster County Parcel Viewer and the real property. So anybody has access to everything for every parcel. He's coming and telling you his plans and it's on there, and he has to amend the road maintenance agreement, so within the resolution, there will be a request for that, and he'll have to get us a draft of that, and that will get filed simultaneously with the map when he goes to make it official. Does that help?
Yeah. Yeah. I was asking where that was.
When they come in, we're like, you probably need a lawyer, talk to a lawyer when easements and building agreements are. She's a new member, so.
So, before we can schedule a public hearing, then, would nice to have the Board of Health approval. I mean, we can always do it pending, but
We don't always.
it'd be nice if it was in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the corrected, right away, road names.
Proposed road maintenance
Let me
agreement.
see if a pen I
We can have one.
Oh, boy, you're too generous.
She's good at tossing, you notice that? Under the table.
My kids.
Watch out for your curveball.
So the draft road maintenance agreement that you're working on with,
Wilkie and Grant, Michael Grant.
yep, so they know exactly what they need to get, just for us to look over. And when you get the documentation for the perk test, it'll just be your, anything wastewater system permits.
Yeah, that's definitely in the works. Like I said, we dug the holes. I didn't do much digging. I did a lot of watching. God, it's fun to watch other people dig holes. But, yeah, everybody was nodding their head up and down. Nobody was going, gee, how are we gonna fix that? It was pretty much, boy, that's good.
All right, board
Do you
members have
wanna-
any questions? Because we can't schedule a public hearing now, so.
Do you wanna, I don't know, if you want me to just schedule when I get the documentation, there's no point bringing it back for that.
Yeah.
And then I can
it's-
schedule.
Yeah.
Okay,
So as
So
soon as she
when you
gets it,
get me that, we'll work on scheduling a public hearing.
Okay, so can you tell me what the next steps are from here? Because I'm kind of new.
that's the public hearing, that'll be it.
Okay,
The night, so you're, when you get the official documentation, when you sit with your lawyer, you're gonna bring me the Board of Health permits. You're gonna bring me the RMA, road maintenance agreement that's amended, that your lawyer will have a draft, it'll look all pretty, probably like 4 pages long.
Yep.
Amended, and then you and I will look at the calendar, and we will schedule a public hearing.
okay,
And then you're gonna come, you're gonna show up, and the neighbors are gonna have an opportunity to come if they want, to have comments. That night, there'll be a resolution, and then the board will vote on it, and, that's pretty much it for as far as meetings for
Okay.
you. And then you and I will work on finalizing and make sure the maps we'll get final maps from Revere and Larry,
Okay.
Chriselle will do whatever changes or tweaks that we need, sometimes it's just comments,
Okay.
they look pretty good, he said, I think, too, what I know.
Yeah, the easements for the
And then you file with the county and you're done.
easements for the power and water, they'll put on the map.
yeah,
That's it.
all right. Listen, folks, I appreciate your time here. I understand you're all volunteers. I also volunteer on a committee for the town of Woodstock, so I appreciate your time and effort. I know it can eat up a lot, so thank you. Thank you all. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, thanks. Thank you.
you.
Next case is Tinker Inn LLC, special use permit number 26-0706. This is a sketch plan review of a special use permit application for hotel use with conversion of a multi-use building to a 7-room hotel in the HC zoning district located at 12 Tinker Street. And that's what we. All right, Chris. So take it away. Tell the board what you're up to.
My name is Jess Walker of Walker Architecture, based right here in Woodstock. And today I'm proposing a change of use for an existing building built in 1847, turn of the century Victorian building, or mid-century Victorian building. Right on the Rainier Fish, everything was. It's currently, or has been a bed and breakfast for years, and we'd like to turn it into a 7-room hotel. There would be very little exterior work at first. The interiors would be more or less competitive. Going for relatively classy interiors, like the exterior once was. So it would be white marble, subway tile, polished nickel, oak, lots of age trim. trying to match the exterior character. And eventually we'll renovate the exterior, which I'm very excited about, but I think we need to start generating some cash flow. The owner also, or the site is split, and he owns the bottom of Old Forge Road. He owns half of that parking, more than half of that parking lot. So we have plenty of parking, pre-existing parking down there, more than enough. And there's an unused garage, which may become something in the future under a separate application. The only exterior work proposed is a side entrance. We're bringing everybody in the front door into a lobby that may or may not have retail in it. And then a handicap ramp in front, which is stone glass. I'm trying to keep the building's character in place as much as possible.
You don't have any accessibility to the second floor or third floor.
No, but 5% required for the house, so we got one room outside. It's kind of existing building.
Absolutely. What is the parking requirement?
For hotels, it's one per room plus staff.
Okay.
So,
And they have way over that. Yeah.
Just the usual question, any outside lighting proposed and will it be dark?
No.
Parking is different for everything, it's a use and it's all in the code. So it's the honest of the applicant and their team to like post that and have that on the plans. And then just check it, but building department, the CEO checks that also. And if it requires parking, usually we get that within the referral.
No exterior lighting other than what's already there, probably with newer LED fixtures. There's a few existing signs. We would probably take a couple of them away. Buy one sign per business law. And we already have lights on them, so
So guest room one's like a suite. Like
it's a suite, yeah.
the existing retail that's there right now, the leases are running out.
Yeah, we're thinking it would, one of them would go, and one of them might actually be our tenant. And run the retail lobby. We want the lobby to be a shared space for all, I guess. It's like a living room. It's a great place for that.
Well, I don't know, board members have any questions? Obviously, everything's interior, which is all building department, so nothing to do with us, so. Our issues with lighting, parking, and that, so.
So there's gonna be also a guest room in the cellar.
Yeah, that won't be built at first, but we're renting.
Does it have like dorm windows?
Well, there's lots of windows.
There.
Yeah. There's windows all on the side and the bathroom's all flat.
Oh, okay. Just doing
Cellar.
Wow, so this is it. And so do you do a renovation?
Oh, you were gutting the inside.
Are you gonna keep it kind of like the vibe? of the-
Same character, yeah. If we have to take out the trim, we'll put in trim that just looks just like it.
So
I
we'll
think
got-
it'll be mid-19th century, 1850s.
what's it called?
That's the goal. I mean, a lot of other hotels try to reference the 60s and everything, and they become themed. We're not doing that. It's just moving our class.
I mean, it's not.
Yeah, that's actually refreshing. That's actually radical. It's just other classes and
Right,
stuff.
yeah. Superior. Are they going with team as a name?
I think so. LLCs.
That's good. Stop being
It sounds
assumptions.
like.
No.
Well, my name was reading to me, the standards sometimes, you know, when buildings have been around for.
It probably has more lights than we even need.
Yeah,
I mean, we really just need to move the proportions. We're not trying to be loud.
Yeah.
There's plenty of street lighting also.
So currently there's 7 rooms.
We're proposing 7 rooms.
Okay, and currently how many?
Currently it's a mixed use building, so it's kind of similar like what they're doing, it's the change of use, because it's mixed use in the commercials, remember, lots in the commercial. So they're solely here because it's special use permit for those guys. But it's not like,
Currently, there's 4 rooms, but one of them, two have a shared kitchen, which is pretty big, so it's really like, looks like 5 bedrooms, but it's on the upper 2 floors. That's what we're proposing as well. But then we're adding one on the first floor for handicap and one in the cellar, which has a nice little entrance in the back, actually.
It's kind of out of hill,
Yeah, a nice little step. So,
Any other questions from anybody? What's really in front of us is just change of use, that's really what
right, the use for the hotel,
we're.
yeah,
All right, well,
and it was already bed and breakfast.
so, I guess the question is, the change of use require a special, a public hearing?
You guys. Even if it's special use permit,
Just,
but it was already functioning as a bed and breakfast.
right,
it's kind of like commercial.
I'm just trying to
And
think of
commercial,
well, that's what's in front of us, is change of use, especially. So,
I don't want to say a technical reason for it, but at the same time, it's right in the center of town, which we can go. Be curious. Not that they have anything they can say that. More, you know,
So the word hotel is personal.
Yes.
that's why.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Seems like a shower.
Yeah, so James, are you suggesting a public hearing?
I think just.
I agree with, yeah, I just wanted to make sure that that's what I was hearing.
I don't see
agree.
any reason why it should
Full
be.
I
transparency
think
on
they
the board.
require
Let's fall, they're on the side of.
that. All right, so that's what we're gonna do. We'll
Okay.
get it lined up and on the schedule.
I do, you know, I wanted
I know, you'll find me.
to. All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, what we have now is a little unusual. What we have now is a request from the ZBA for asking for our opinion. This has never happened before. Not the 20 years I've been on this board, have I ever seen it or heard of it. The ZBA is the only one that can grant a variance for an undersized lot. And the ZBA has never granted that I know of. We sent one there and it denied it. But it's not our purview. It's not our purview. Only the ZBA can decide, because it's a legal decision, and that's law. If they don't grant permission, then it doesn't come before us. You don't see it because it's the one lot, someone puts a house on it. So if the ZBA does grant the variance, then it will come before us, and all the issues that everybody's brought up will be before us. The access, the driveway, the wetlands, everything else. But right now, it isn't. And our position is that we can't interfere with a legal decision that's done by the ZBA. And it would start, first of all, be a precedent on their side to grant such a huge, undersized lot. That's insane. But there'll be a precedent that we don't ever want to set up. We're not going to advise the ZBA. And I understand it is in the code, but it's not something that we would ever do.
This might be a stupid question, but what exactly are they looking for? Are they looking, are they
They
looking
want
at
it-
us
it's
to
a-
make a decision, or are they?
It's a 5.5 acre lot, but they want to divide
Yeah.
into 2 lots and 3 acres only.
Yep, I read
So
through.
the short 3/4 of an acre even makes it work.
But are they asking us to make the decision for them or make a recommendation for the decision? Or are they asking for counsel in some other way that would be beneficial to the process or in collaboration between the two boards?
It's just not proper. It's just not proper. They're gotta make a legal decision. And if we weighed in on it, then we would be implicated in leaning it one way or the other for that plan. It's a legal decision.
Why does the code exist?
So the code that's referenced
Yes.
is about referring. Subdivisions are only handled by the planning board. If you read, it says that that can be referred to the ZBA. I don't know what else to say, but that's what that clause
And that's the
is.
standard procedure, is that the zoning enforcement officer refers it to the ZBA. And then after the ZBA makes the ruling, it comes back to us, whatever their ruling is.
So their attorney essentially asked for this to happen in error?
I couldn't tell you why they decided to ask, they never asked us before, not ever. So, and as I say, they've never granted the variance on other sides line. So I don't know why they're sitting on the fence on this, but that's, our position is, as our lawyer says, stay in our own lane. And on the planning board, we've got specific chores, subdivision, especially use permits. We don't do, we don't do changes. Variances. We don't do variances. So, I think Melissa's prepared a letter to the ZBA
That you guys got.
that everybody got. And so we're gonna send it. Oh, speaking of letters, we also, the planning board, sent a letter to the Woodstock Environmental Commission, because they actually did the site visit on this lot, and they did a really bang up great job. First time we've had an environmental commission in years doing stuff. So we wrote a letter
You know,
thanking
the
them.
nice thing is that was everybody thought, yeah. We'll get that out. Can I just make a motion to send the response?
To the ZBA? Okay, so I'll make a motion that we send our planning board response to the ZBA regarding the proposed subdivision. All in favor? Aye. It's okay. You don't have to, you don't have to commit yourself on your first day.
You can abstain too if you feel like you don't have enough information. So you have three choices with votes. You can
Yes.
abstain, you can say no.
Yeah.
Or you can say aye.
I'm gonna say no on this.
What else we got? Oh, the public hearing. The town of Hurley asked us, because it was an adjoining property, for our input, and we said, no, you're fine the way it is, so they're sending us their notice for their public hearing on that, which you don't have to go to.
Common practice.
Yeah, it's just, the towns do that.
It's when it's adjoint, when it's next to contiguous. So when we have public hearings, we notify contiguous neighbors. There's also state law and town law within town. So we have to worry about when it's a border. So you guys have seen it also. Work with, and in March, we had the secret notice.
Speaking of secret, there was a big change going on from the state of New York regarding secret. And they're taking some of the provisions out, making development easier, based on the theory that we need housing. But unfortunately, it's gonna mean a lot of fields, farmlands, and nice properties are gonna get chewed up. But anyway, there is a seminar on that I think we've all got it, if you wanna go look at it. Because it will affect us, because we have our own Teakwood, which is our own town environmental. So.
Yeah, this stemmed from disadvantaged communities, and then it led to housing. There were lots of trimmings that I went to where I knew this was coming up the pipe. But yeah, it's to promote housing, but while you promote housing, you're also promoting more development.
Is it creating a reduction in environmental standards that?
It's allowing land to be developed that normally shouldn't.
I see.
Like farmlands,
Farmlands.
we need,
Wetlands.
so it's excluding that now from
Wetland that are
He
there.
said, well, we're lucky, because you're in the town of Woodstock and we have a wetlands law,
Yes.
and a scenic roadway law.
Yes.
That's why it'll be really choppy and weird. It's all-
So, as I told you, if worse comes to worse, we'll amend our own people to make up the difference. I don't think we'll have to. All right, what else we got? I think that's it.
That's it, next meeting, July 2nd.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
All in favor? All right. We made it through the night.
Bye, Judy.